Hey there, everybody. Welcome to this reading for the Mercury Retrograde from October 31st till November 20th. If you're coming to this video not live, all the timestamps will be below this video, so make sure to click on those. Also, all the weekly readings are up on the channel for next week, so if you haven't watched your weekly yet, make sure to go and watch it. But welcome, everybody that's here. Rose, hello. Sandy, Rose, hello. Christelle, hello. Third Eye, hello, welcome. Araceli, hello, thank you for being here. Barb, hello. And Sunny, good afternoon. Thank you for being here, really appreciate it. We're going to get started here in just a little bit, but I am going to answer some questions first, of course. To the Stunning KC, thank you for the super chat, really appreciate it. JC, thank you for the super chat. For the retrograde, you have the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Recovery time is what I would say to you. I feel like this would be a good time for you to take time to recover and do things that lead to recovery. Knight of Wands doing more things that you enjoy. So maybe, this could be good. Could be you getting a break almost and being able to do things you enjoy. King of Wands is a card of confusion. To me, it can represent having your head in the clouds, but Mercury retrograde is what I would say to you. So that doesn't, surprise me at all. Yeah, Queen of Cups, but feeling more nurturing energy, like you can do the things you want to do. So I love it. Minnow Amanda, thank you for the super chat. You say, cards for the people in situations I'm in my head about. P.S. You're the best. Thank you. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Emperor. Wonder who that could be. Five of Swords, needing to walk away or needing to separate away from this situation. Two of Pentacles says you have a choice, as always. But it says pick the more fun choice. So that's what's popping into my head. It is a card of like moving away from, picking the new path, as I always say, the Two of Pentacles. It says like pick the new thing, pick the new path in life in general. Figure 8, also really focus on that, figure 8. So it's like if you're putting energy into this, then you're going to be getting energy back. So I'd say do the things that you want to do in life and nothing else, because I feel like this is saying like where you put your energy is exactly what you're going to keep getting. So I'd pull away from that. Emperor, closed off energy, could also be an Aries, that if you're dealing with an Aries, and it could also just be like wanting more structure in your life. But Five of Swords, I feel like it's saying you should be selfish or something like that. Three of Cups, third party, but this could be a kind of like community, the people that you're around, basically. Five of Swords is like wanting to give up, I feel, on something, but it's also like a card, I feel, of kind of like self-sufficiency and being able to take care of yourself. But I also feel like it's a card of self-interest. So I feel like whatever you're dealing with, I feel like whoever these people are, they're doing things out of self-interest. So I would be careful of that. But I feel like you need to do things out of your own self-interest as well. Moving towards marriage, so that could be good, right? Yeah, Eight of Cups, walking away from things that no longer serve you, Amanda. For sure. Letting go of something. Three of Swords, heartbreak. So it could be like letting go of something. Six of Pentacles, needing to put energy into things that you want to put your energy into is what I'd say there. Yeah, planting seeds. Four of Pentacles, holding on too tightly to something that you should probably let go of, I feel. So that all kind of fits together, I think. But I feel like there's more stability coming in for you as well. Yeah, justice, more balance. But I feel like there needs to be more balance. Like I said, justice, cause and effect. Put energy into things that you want. Rose, thank you. Oh, no, don't tell me they're static. Don't say that. Rose, I hope not. Rose, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Cards for overall mental health. You have the Seven of Wands and the Six of Cups. Happiness. So I feel like there's happiness coming in for you. Seven of Wands is like needing to open up. So I feel like, but it is like a little bit of a defensive energy. So I feel like it's like time for you to open up to new things here, Rose. Seven of Wands is a card of like protecting yourself from certain like triggers or, things that could affect your mental health. So, which I think is probably a good idea with the Seven of Wands, of course. But Six of Cups says do what makes you happy. So I feel like you need to do things that make you happy here. Queen of Swords, yeah, this is a little bit of a defensive energy as well. But I feel like this is a good thing. So I feel like you're like protecting yourself from things that could affect your mental health, basically, if that makes sense. So I feel like things are kind of going in a better direction there. Alice, thank you for the super chat. For November, you have the Two Wands and the Tower. I feel like you've had the Tower with me once before, at least, if I'm not mistaken. Two Wands, I feel like is saying, like, you need to take the lead in a situation in your life. The Tower is, like, needing to, like, I feel like this is you rebuilding. This could also just be you, like, look, he's moving away from the Tower. So it's like you are moving away from you are moving away from things that, or you are moving away from tower moments, meaning that you've probably gone through the rebuilding process, if that makes sense, from a tower moment. Now it's like you're ready to take the lead in your life. So I like that for November. Yeah, Empress, abundance, success, happiness, good things coming in for you, coming out of the cold. I like it. Lenice, thank you for the super chat. Lenice, you have the best card in the deck, the Sun. So I feel like there is happiness, enjoyment, good things coming in for you, all sorts of good stuff. Yeah, Ace of Cups, this could be love offers coming in for you. Again, to me, the Ace of Cups is also just a card of your emotions overflowing. So again, just being very happy. So I feel like there's a lot of happiness coming in, but again, it could be love, attention, it could be anything that you want. It could be an offer from work if that's what you want, but I love it. Ann Sell, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, can you please pull cards for me for the month of November? Yes. You have the Temperance card and the Hierophant. Let's start here. To me, this is saying, like, be patient this month. So, I feel like there's a need for patience. I also feel like you could be, for some reason I'm getting, like, adding on for some, so that's kind of what's, like, popping into my head. The Hierophant to me can represent, like, needing to think outside the box and needing to make sure that you're not necessarily conforming to what everybody else in your life wants you to do, right? But for some reason, I feel like this is saying, like, whatever you're working on or whatever you're working towards in life, no matter what it is, I feel like you could be adding more things onto it. That's kind of a weird message, but that's what's popping into my head. This type of energy here also says that maybe it's like a slow, patient month, but again, probably a good month with these two cards overall. Yeah, exactly what I said, right? Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady. This is a card of unwavering faith, though. So I feel like you need to, like, move through fears here towards the things that you desire in the month of November. The moon to me just represents, like, fears that could be blockages that kind of get in our way. The Knight of Pentacles, like I always say, is like a card of needing to have unwavering faith that you will make it to the finish line, and it's a card of hard work as well. So I would just keep working on whatever you're working on. Don't worry about the fears, the things, the illusions, the fantasies that come up in your head. Yeah, I feel like they're, like I said, slow. Definitely feels like a slow month to me. I said that right off the bat. Yeah, Two of Swords. Two of Swords is saying, like, make a choice, make a decision, but keep moving towards things that you want, is what I'd say to you here, Anne. Christina Gomez, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Card for today and tomorrow for love. You have the Two of Cups and the High Priestess. Could be a Pisces coming in for you, Christina. Could be any sign, of course. But I feel like this is definitely love. Look, Two of Cups, perfect match. The High Priestess says trust your intuition and love. I feel like that's more the message. I don't really feel Pisces. It could be, but I would say if it's a Pisces, it's probably in the future. But I feel like it's just saying trust your intuition and love. But Two of Cups, perfect match. Love coming in. Looks really good. Matt Grenier, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, what do you see happening with this new job? Whatever you want, Matt, is what I would say here. The Magician, Ace of Pentacles, success. I love it. Magician says you can have whatever you want, right? You just have to manifest it, picture it, and kind of like make it happen. The Magician says you have all the tools necessary to get this right here, which is like total financial success. So, yeah, that looks really good, Matt, is what I'm going to say to you. Sandrine, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I would say, you say, should I go to Portugal on my own? Yes, definitely. The Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, and we could kind of say it's kind of like a card of adventure as well. Like all the Wands cards kind of represent, adventures in certain ways. So I would say yes, definitely with this card. Yeah, I would go. King of Cups. I feel like you'll have a great time. I feel like this is your feelings. So yes. Christelle, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Love card for the weekend. Do you have the Five of Wands and the Page of Pentacles? New love coming in, Christelle. Page of Pentacles. I don't know if it's this weekend, though. I do feel like there could be new love coming in, but it might be like in the future. Five of Wands, competition. But I feel like it's saying like you need to be more flexible at this time in love. So like more just willing to have the opportunity for love, like being more willing to allow it to fall into your lap is what's popping into my head. So I feel like you need to be like more open to just like random encounters. If I don't know, crazy message, but there you go. Five of Wands says socialize. Veronica, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Who's the best match, Bryce, Libra, or Greg, Pisces? They're both good, but Bryce, you have the World, which is a card of completion, so it would kind of represent an ending here. Plus, this is a card of dating to me, so this could be like you dating. And for the Pisces, Ace of Wands, very strong, passionate energy here is what I would say to you, and a lot of desire. So I would say that if you have more desire for the Pisces, then I would definitely kind of like move towards the Pisces here. You do have the Five of Cups, though, which would be regrets, but I don't really think that it's regrets. And you have the Four of Cups. It's like just saying maybe there would be things that are missing from the situation, is what I would say to you here. I asked if there's anyone new coming in, and you have the Page of Cups. So I'd say there could be other offers coming in the future, but I definitely feel like the Pisces looks the best right now. Elizabeth Gonzalez, thank you for the super chat. I saw your question. Elizabeth, you have the Seven of Pentacles and the Lovers moving towards love. So I feel like you're making progress towards love here with these two cards. It could also be like changes at work, which are going to be more positive. For love, you have the King of Swords. Definitely could be somebody more mature than you, older than you, and it could be somebody who is like very hardworking. I would say King of Swords, I love, right? To me, King of Swords type people are people who they do something, they say something, they do it. You know, they are a person of their word. So I definitely feel like this is a good type of person for dating purposes. Ursula, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Any advice cards as I return to work? Been out a while. King of Pentacles. I love this. Three Wands. Three Wands is like, I feel like it's saying looking for growth. So I feel like you need to look for more growth opportunities. King of Pentacles, good card. It says things are stable, but I don't really like the King of Pentacles for the most part because you know, I do like it, but, you know, I don't like it because, to me, it's kind of like a card of things being too even, if that makes sense, like things always being the same. And to me, it is a card of permanence, so it says your career, you know, potential is like a permanent position, but it doesn't necessarily represent growth. It says things will always be the same. So Three Wands is saying that you are going to have to search for opportunities in this career to expand. This card says those opportunities exist. So I would say keep pushing towards like expansion, raise opportunities, promotional opportunities, educational opportunities, anything, any type of opportunity. And that's what I feel for you, Ursula. But I feel like there could be like a lot of growth. Yeah, I would move towards those things, like major victories coming in through those types of opportunities, any of those types of opportunities there. So that looks really, really good for you is what I would say there. But I like it. Veronica, thank you again for the super chat. Yeah, for some reason, just so everybody knows, for some reason, YouTube is only showing me one super chat like per person. So Veronica, I apologize, but luckily I have it over here, I think. So actually, I just saw it and it disappeared. Veronica, feel free to pop your question in down below. I only see one. It popped up and then it disappeared. So I have no clue what happened there, Veronica, but feel free to pop your question in. I will answer it. This happened last night as well. So, yeah, Veronica, like I said, feel free to pop it in down below and I'll be happy to answer it. Elizabeth, hello. Thank you for being here. Actually, you know what? Welcome, everybody. We're going to get started right now. Veronica, I'll make sure to answer you at the end. I am going to start with Pisces. So it is a Mercury retrograde reading. So we're going backwards, right? So Pisces, let's see what is going on for you for this retrograde. Pisces, I would say for you, just, you know, off the top of my head, by the way, I feel like this retrograde actually probably won't be too bad for you. I feel like there will be maybe the typical retrograde hiccups, but overall, not too terrible. So that's what I'd say to you. To me, it's a pretty light retrograde in the first place for pretty much everybody. So Pisces, let's see what we have for you for this retrograde. Pisces, you have the Page of Pentacles and the King of Cups here. This is coming up as your overall energy. By the way, I'm doing like a spread for these, so it's going to be a little bit different than what I normally do, but you have the Page of Pentacles and the King of Cups. This could be definitely moving towards love. Could be with another water sign here, is what I would say to you, Pisces. So I feel like this could be new love. For some of you, I feel like you could be in this relationship. For others, I feel like this is like a relationship that's going to be coming in for you in the near future. So I do feel like this could be new love. For others, I feel like you're just standing in your power. Like I said, it's actually a pretty good retrograde for Pisces. So there, you know, it's really not that bad. So I feel like a lot of you could be kind of like feeling more positive during this retrograde. I actually feel like some of you could feel better during this retrograde than maybe you have been for a while. So I do feel like this is talking about feelings and stable feelings. I feel like it would be a good time to revisit old projects. Mercury retrograde is always great for revisiting things from the past and kind of like going back over things. But I would also say if you're working on a project or anything like that, I feel like it would be a great, just with all your cards here, I feel like it would be a really good time for you to kind of like go back over things and to like learn new things about something old that maybe you worked on, or it could be something like a business that you're working on now. Pretty much anything like that I feel like would be good here. Next, Pisces, you have the Two of Pentacles and the World card. I feel like some of you have a choice here on whether or not to move or travel. Even the King of Cups to me is like a card of movement. So this is coming up in your challenge position. I feel like some of you could be thinking about traveling or moving. This could also be like someone traveling to you here, Pisces, or something like that. Like maybe you want family to travel towards you, or something. And this could represent some like obstacles or just needing to make the decision to make it happen, basically. So I feel like some of you just need to make the choice. For others, to me, this would represent like completing cycles. So I feel like for whatever reason, I feel like the challenge here, Pisces, is saying that you need to be the one to close out the cycles. So I feel like you need to be the one to end certain cycles in your life, Pisces. I feel like you need to bring an end to like things that have been challenging or more difficult in your life in general. For others, I feel like this is saying you need to like get out there and have more fun. So I feel like it would be a good time for you, Pisces, to kind of like get out there, meet new people, socialize, spend more time socializing, anything like that. I feel like this is talking about like opportunities to get out of your head, Pisces. So if you're finding yourself like sitting around like having the hamster wheel just spinning in your head thinking about something, I feel like separating away and like kind of spending time with friends or whatever it is that kind of like makes you zone out or get out of your head, I feel like would be a good idea with these two cards, Pisces. But I do feel like travel or making a decision for travel, something like that is popping into my head with these two cards. And finally, your solution here, Pisces, to this Mercury retrograde is the Hierophant in the Judgment card. So for a lot of you, I feel like whatever could be popping back up in your life during this retrograde could be very positive for you. For some of you, I feel like it's an old idea, Pisces, or just something you haven't thought of in a long time. And it could be for work or business. Definitely feels more like financial to me. And to me, the Judgment card says that this is kind of like moving you towards your inner purpose. Mercury retrogrades are actually great times for education as well. They're great times to like brush up on knowledge that you already have, or great times to like immerse yourself in things that you're interested in so that you can kind of like gain more knowledge or gain a deeper understanding. That would be the Hierophant card here as well. So I feel like learning about things that you're interested in would be very good for you as well, Pisces. For others, I feel like this is just saying that, there could be marriage coming in for you in the future. So I feel like some of you could be moving towards marriage. For others, this could be someone trying to come back from your past, Pisces. Pisces, you always get the Page of Swords, right? Mercury retrograde doesn't surprise me. This Mercury, by the way, this Mercury retrograde is conjunct Venus. So, definitely could bring people back from the past, Pisces, for pretty much everybody, not just you. But I would definitely think about that. For others, I feel like you could just be going through a rebirth at this time with these two cards. Probably like changing your feelings about things in life in general. But Pisces, that looks pretty good. So thank you, Pisces. All right, Aquarius. What do we have for you, Aquarius people? And Aquarius. Here we go. Aquarius, you have the Six of Cups and the Knight of Swords. I feel like your overall energy here is moving towards happiness. So I feel like a lot of you could be just charging towards happiness. For others, I do feel like that things could be popping up in your life that make you not happy. And I feel like you are kind of looking to remove those things from your life. These could be people, could be situations that you deal with all the time, could be anything. But your challenge as the Magician with the Tower. So this could be like someone who's tricky or a liar. It could also just be like you are having a hard time manifesting kind of a healing from a Tower moment. You could also just be having a hard time manifesting with those two cards. And I feel like this is saying you just need to remove things or change things that you no longer want in your life. The Knight of Swords to me is a card of like changing your daily routine. But it's also a card of like kind of like changing your habits as well. So I feel like some of you could be changing your habits with these cards. For others, I feel like this could just be positive communication coming in from the past. So I do feel like some of you, again, be careful. No X's during retrogrades. I'm telling you right now. So no X's during retrogrades, Aquarius. But I feel like this could be an X trying to come back, like trying to communicate with you and all that other stuff. And, to me, this is like a smooth talking card. So, someone's coming in, saying all the right things, just kind of like take it like this is your warning, Aquarius, is what I'll say with these two cards. Next, your challenge for this retrograde is the Tower and also the Magician. To me, I always say, the Tower is not a bad card. When the Tower comes up in the challenge position, it could just say that maybe you are wanting change. Maybe you want the top of the Tower to fall away. Maybe you are trying to rebuild something in your life. The Magician just says maybe as a challenge, you are having a hard time picking the right tools to fix something. The other thing is that this could say that maybe you're like trying to fix your business, your love life, your job. You could be trying to fix your spiritual beliefs, your health, and it could just say that you're just going about it the wrong way. So this could say that maybe you're like trying to change your diet. Maybe you're on one diet. Maybe you're trying a diet, like one diet, but maybe there's just something else that you just need to try, something different. Or maybe it's not your diet at all. Maybe you're like not sleeping, right? So maybe it's your sleep. Maybe it is your not working out. Maybe you need to work out. Maybe it's just like needing to cut an extra 100 calories out of your diet a day, which is nothing, right? So you never know. So I feel like this is saying that you're going to be going back over things like in all areas of your life, looking at what needs to change to kind of like heal up or fix something that you want to fix with that tower. To me, the tower could also just be ideas. So, tower is like a lightning bolt hitting the top of your head. It's like a light bulb moment. So maybe for some of you, it's like you're seeking inspiration here to help you guide you in any area of your life. And it could just be like struggling to find that inspiration. You could be having a hard time like finding it or seeing it. So I feel like some of you that could be a struggle. Your solution here to this, Aquarius, is the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. Five of Pentacles coming up in the solution position is going to be much more positive than it would be if it were to come up in the challenge position, of course. Five of Pentacles in the solution position represents sanctuary. It says like there is a place of sanctuary, or there are people who can provide you sanctuary, or there's some information or something that can provide you with sanctuary. Normally, this is a church right here on a traditional Five of Pentacles. And again, the church just represents, sanctuary from being left out in the cold. So I feel like your solution here is that, well, number one, this says you're not going to be left out in the cold. Number two, Six of Swords says you could be going through a rite of passage at this time, which a lot of people do seem to be going through something right now. And it says that you are kind of like moving on to calmer shores. The Five of Pentacles does say that you could be finding some answers. But again, what's popping into my head is like other people. So if you're struggling to find inspiration, like I said, with your challenge card, or if you're struggling to find anything else that you need, I feel like opening up to other people, or like learning from a group of people, would be a really good idea with these cards, because I feel like it'll help you move on from those things. But Aquarius, that looks really good. So thank you, Aquarius. And all right, I gotta move this chart here real quick. And Capricorn, let's see what we have for you. Capricorn people. Capricorn. Capricorn, you have the Chariot and the Four of Pentacles coming up in your overall energy for this retrograde. So amazing cards. I feel like there could be a major victory coming in for you through this retrograde with the Chariot. For some of you, there could be a change, obviously. It's funny because in your challenge position here, you have the Death card, which would say there are challenges to a change here for you. I feel like that it's not really much of a challenge, is what I'd say. You have the Fool as well, which just says you could be holding on to something with the Four of Pentacles that you need to let go of. So I feel like you need to kind of like allow a change to happen here, Capricorn. I feel like it'll be for the best. For others, I feel like this is saying you are kind of like in control of your own destiny during this retrograde. So I feel like it could be as good or as bad as you make it, right? So I feel like some of you just need to take control with that Chariot card. For others, I feel like there could be good news coming in. It's just popping into my head as news. So I feel like there could be good news coming in about money or about finances. So I do like to see that with these two cards as well, Capricorn, but I just feel, that's all I feel, just good news about money. Next, your challenge for this Mercury retrograde is the Fool and the Death card. I feel like there could be some sort of transformation that you could be preventing from happening. So for some of you, I feel like you need to allow a transformation in your life. Sometimes I feel like pretty much everybody does this. We can like hold on to an old way of life, even if the new way is going to be like significantly better for us. So I feel like that we could be kind of like holding on to things that hold us back. And we could also be holding on to things that we feel like are comfortable, but really they're not. So I feel like we need to kind of like let those things go. I also feel for others that this is saying there needs to be some sort of leap of faith taken. I always tell people, like, what I always say to people as well about these retrogrades, Capricorn, is that like sometimes like people always say like, oh, I want to start this business during a retrograde and and I'm afraid because it's a retrograde and all this other stuff. I'm like, one time like I started something during a retrograde that made me a bunch of money that I needed like really, really quickly, and it wasn't a full business, but at the same time it was I needed the money. So I always tell people, it's like, don't be afraid to do something during a retrograde just because it's not going to last till after the retrograde. So I always tell that story because I'm like, it's like maybe you're supposed to learn from something as well. This is my bone to pick with tarot and astrology in the first place, is like sometimes I feel like the advice prevents people from doing things or going through things that they should go through in the first place, so they can learn a lesson that will actually be more beneficial than anything that comes out of my mouth. So there you go, Capricorn. Next and finally, your solution is the Two of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like for a lot of you, this is you making a decision. Two of Swords, again, would normally be a negative card, but coming up in the solution position, it's much more positive. I feel like it's saying you're like making a decision that you haven't been making for a long time. Look what it leads to. Ten of Pentacles, everything you want. Ten of Pentacles is your treasure. So I feel like for a lot of you, you could just be moving towards like a happier life with these two cards, or you could just be moving towards pretty much everything you want with the Ten of Pentacles. So I love that. Ten of Pentacles, amazing card for learning. So I feel like there could be like a lot of opportunities for you to learn with the Ten of Pentacles. I also feel that this could be messages for some reason. I keep getting messages for you here for some reason, Capricorn, and I don't know why. But so I'm not getting messages. I just keep getting the message of messages. So I feel like there could be messages coming into your head, or your dreams or your daydreams as well. And I feel like you need to pay attention to those things. For others, I feel like this is like a decision that's made for you that's favorable. It could almost be like something legal, or it could be something else as well. It could be anything. But Capricorn, I love that. That looks really good. So thank you, Capricorn. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what we have for you, Sagittarius people. And Sag. All right. Sagittarius, you have the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles. Geez, your overall energy for this retrograde is amazing. Look at this, the Sun, the best card in the deck. The Ace of Pentacles, another really great card. So I feel like for some of you, this could be like a work offer or a job offer coming in. Again, people always say, should I take a job during Mercury Retrograde? Yes, if you need a job, take the job. We can't let retrogrades control our lives. And as I always say, to me, yeah, like if you get a job during a retrograde, it just means that it might be different when after the retrograde, after Mercury goes direct. It just says there could be some sort of change. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. It could be a good thing. So I feel like that's the case here for some of you. For others, I feel like you could be getting a lot of attention that could lead to money. So if you've been working on doing things that get you more positive attention in your life, like maybe you work on YouTube, maybe you're trying to get more attention at work so that you can get a raise or a promotion. I feel like this could be like all of those things coming up for you. So I really like to see this for you here, Sagittarius. But definitely happiness. I feel like some of you just feel like you're on the right path. I kind of feel the same as Pisces for you, Sagittarius. Like I feel like for Pisces, and for you, for this retrograde, it's almost like you just feel like you feel better for some reason. And I've had retrogrades in the past where I do feel like I feel better during the retrograde and, than I did before it. It's kind of a weird feeling, but that's what I feel there. Next, your challenge for this retrograde is the Seven of Wands and the Strength card. Patience. Yeah, I mean, just typical retrograde stuff right here. It's like saying that maybe you're waiting for certain opportunities to open up in your life. And maybe they're just taking their sweet-ass time here, Sagittarius. So I feel like for some of you, this could be like things that are happening too slowly. For others, this could just say that there are going to be situations that just seem... what's popping into my head is like seem a little bit rocky. Like I feel like there could be situations where it almost seems like you need to defend yourself or you need to be defensive. I don't actually feel like you do. I feel like this is saying like there could be just like weird energy type situations with people. I feel like this is involving people, like people at work or your family or, friends, whatever. And I feel like the Strength card is just saying that you just need to like weather the storm, and that's what's popping into my head. So I feel like this could be like maybe your spouse is going through something, and I feel like sticking through it is going to be your best bet. I feel like that's going to lead to the most positive outcome as well. For some of you, it's such a weird message. Like I feel like you need to be someone's rock. Like it could be your spouse, like I said, if you're married, but it could also be anything else. It could be like a child is popping into my head. It could be a family member, a friend. But I feel like for some of you, it's like it could be challenging because maybe you're going through your own stuff. But I don't know, this is such a specific message. It might be for just one of you out there, but I feel like it's going to be a good thing for you for whatever reason. And finally, you have the Devil and the Temperance card as your solution. Again, the Devil card is going to be much more positive coming up in the solution position. So I feel like for some of you, this could be you recognizing toxic situations. The Temperance card says you are turning things that could be toxic into something much better. Temperance is mixing two things together. It's a card of alchemy and kind of like creating one thing out of another, or out of two other things, right? So I feel like for some of you, you could be taking toxic situations and finding solutions or turning them around in some way. And I love that. For others, I feel like you could be setting yourself free from situations that you have felt bound to or that you have felt attached to. And again, I feel like that's going to be amazing for you as well, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, that looks amazing. Thank you, Sagittarius. I'm going to switch every 4 tonight, as always, like I always do with these special readings, we're going to call them. So, Scorpio, let's see what we have for you, Scorpio. Scorpio, this is already a shuffled deck, but Scorpio, let's see what we have for you, Scorpio people. And Scorpio. Scorpio, you have the Ace of Swords here and the Three of Cups as your overall energy. So I feel like it could be a very good social time for you, this Mercury retrograde. I feel like there could be a lot of good opportunities for you to tell people the truth. This could also be the truth coming back for you. Again, this Mercury retrograde is happening in your sign. Venus will be... it will be conjunct Venus, by the way, this Mercury retrograde as well. And it is conjunct right now, but it will be, the retrograde itself will conjunct Venus also. So you could be getting communication from past lovers or past people wanting to tell you the truth or wanting to, say something to you. So I feel like there could be messages from the past. It doesn't have to be love, though. This could be anything, but this would be positive. Again, this could be like an apology. It could be someone saying, like offering closure, pretty much anything like that. For others, I feel like this could just say that there's going to be a lot of opportunity for you to socialize, plain and simple. And I feel like, kind of like I said to Pisces, I feel like it would be a really good time for you to kind of like socialize, get out there, meet new people, all that other stuff. Next, your challenge for this retrograde is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Two Wands, watch your finances or be careful of paperwork here. So I would say follow the typical retrograde rules with these two cards here, Scorpio. Seven of Pentacles just says be careful of your paperwork. Follow your, kind of like double check your paperwork. Make sure everything is in order. Make sure you're not like getting things confused. I always say, to me, sevens are more warning cards, kind of like threes. I consider threes to be a warning. To me, threes just say like, kind of like protect yourself from something happening or prevent something from happening. So this just says, if you're signing something important, just double check it. I always say, people always come to me, can I sign a lease under a Mercury retrograde? Yes. The last place I lived, signed a lease under retrograde, knock on wood, nothing bad ever happened in that place. Well, that's not true, but still, nothing really happened from that. I always just say, if you're going to sign something important, double check it. Have a friend double check it, or your mom, or someone that's smart, right? So, or just some guy on the street that looks smart. I feel like that would be a good idea. So I feel like that's what you need to do here is like, just double check your paperwork. For others, this could be you trying to assert yourself in a situation. That's what's popping into my head. So I feel like you could be like trying to take the lead in situations, or it's almost like you are trying to stand out in some way. And this could be a little bit of a challenge for you. The good news is that we learn from the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is about knowledge. It's normally the guy with the pentacle under his arm, the Six Pentacles behind him. And it says that like he is walking away from trying to grow something in his life, but he's bringing the knowledge forward to like a new endeavor. So I feel like this could be some of you having a hard time letting something go or needing to move on from something in your life that maybe you've learned a lot from, but I feel like you have learned a lot from these things. So that's what I feel here. I feel like some of you could almost feel like you're being zeroed out. Like maybe you've started a business, and maybe you put a lot of time into a business or into a project, and you're like kind of realizing that you need to move on from whatever this is. And I feel like you could be almost feeling like that you're like, it's that like fear of loss because you put so much time into it. But I feel like you need to look at everything you gained from the situation in the first place. And finally, you have the Seven of Wands and the King of Wands as your solution. So this could represent you doubling down on something. So I feel like for some of you, maybe you aren't giving up on something. Maybe you're actually doubling down on something, which would be a good idea. For others, I feel like you need to be like a little bit more courageous with the King of Wands. It's popping into my head as like needing to rock the boat is the message is popping into my head. So I feel like some of you, maybe you're like tiptoeing around things in your life. Like this could be in business. Maybe you're afraid to stand out. Maybe you're afraid to shake things up. Same thing in work. Maybe you're afraid to stand out at your place of work or business. And maybe it's time for you to kind of like rock the boat and shake things up. Now that's not what these cards mean, but that's what's popping into my head. So I am not a tarot card regurgitator, as I always say. To me, I read intuitively, and that's what pops into my head. For others, I feel like this is just growth for some reason. So I feel like for some of you, you're just like noticing growth during this retrograde period, and even though it's a retrograde, and I feel like that could be a very good thing for you as well. So Scorpio, I love that. That looks amazing. All right, Libra, what do we have for you, Libra people? And Libra. All right. Libra, you have the Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles as your overall energy for this retrograde. Two of Pentacles says you could have a lot of choices that come up. Two of Pentacles always says pick the new path. So I always say if you're like presented with choices, which we frequently are during retrogrades, right? Like our dumbass ex could come back, looking for a place to live, right? Something like that. Maybe mama kicked him out of the basement, whatever. And, he could be like saying like, hey, I love you, blah, blah, blah. It's like, nah, dog, no thank you. I think it's time for you to move on. That's what the Two of Pentacles says. So I feel like you need to like move on to something else here. Make sure to pick the new path. Ten of Pentacles, overall, I feel like this is talking about fun. Ten of Pentacles, very fun energy, very happy energy as well. So I feel like there's a lot of happiness, a lot of good things coming in for you here with these two cards. So I would embrace the fun and make sure to have fun during this retrograde. Two of Pentacles to me is a card of like getting less serious. It's a card of needing to have fun so that you can have fun, so that good things can come in. For others, I feel like this could be like a money coming in through something that you want. So I feel like there could be new like financial opportunities that you're uncovering, but I feel like this could be like you could be learning about these financial opportunities in your life. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is saying that maybe you do not accept a financial opportunity, but maybe you are kind of like learning about potential financial opportunities that could be coming in. I would also say like same thing, if like you're into investing or if you're thinking about investing your money, I feel like this is saying that you are needing to study as much as you possibly can about it, and I feel like that will lead to a much better outcome. Next, your challenge for this retrograde is the Eight of Cups. Yeah, walking away from something. So I would definitely walk away from things that no longer serve you. Six of Wands, I feel like is talking about success, happiness, good news, and all this other stuff. But coming up in the challenge position, you could say you're like waiting for news and it's just not coming in. The Eight of Cups to me can also represent a certain amount of obsession. It's not really a card of obsession like the devil, but it is a card of looking for a deeper meaning into things, and we can kind of like fall into a rabbit hole with the Eight of Cups. So we need to be careful not to like dig holes or fall into rabbit holes with the Eight of Cups, because it could be one of those things where during this retrograde, maybe your ex contacts you, maybe it drags you into this like black hole of just thinking about like, why did they leave me? Why did they say this? Why did they say that? So I'd be careful of getting like dragged into those moments with the Eight of Cups. For others, you could just be feeling like a lack of fulfillment in general. So you could be like, maybe you're like, I really don't like my job. I really don't like, the things I do. So you could be feeling a lack of fulfillment. And the Six of Wands could just be like a lack of clarity of like feeling like there will never be improvements. So I feel like some of you could be having those feelings. Your solution to this retrograde is the Fool and the Magician. So I feel like there's a new beginning coming in for you. This is clearly a new beginning and starting a new adventure with the Fool. So I feel like a lot of you could be starting a new adventure with these two cards. For others, I feel like this is saying that you realize that you have everything you need with the Magician. The Magician is a card of tools, and it says you have everything you need. The Fool, you have everything you need right here, right? The Fool only ever has like a tiny little sack on his back, and he's about to take a leap of faith, right? And it says he has everything he needs for his long journey right between his ears, So I feel like for a lot of you, this is saying this Mercury retrograde could be preparing you for something bigger. I do feel different for you, Libra. I feel like this is saying that there will be changes like after the retrograde. Everybody else, I feel like it's kind of like happening during, but for you it might be a little bit after, but that's okay. I feel like things are still going to be really good for you. I also feel like you're going to be more ready to take action on something that you want with these two cards, Libra. So Libra, I love it. That looks amazing. So thank you, Libra. All right, Virgo, what do we have for you, Virgo people? And Virgo. Virgo, you have the Ten of Wands and the Justice card as your overall energy. I feel like for some of you, you could be thinking about like legal action or taking legal action. Definitely popping into my head, which is pretty weird. So I feel like some of you could be thinking about taking legal action towards something, but it's like towards a purchase is what's popping into my head. I don't know. Maybe you purchased a house or something, and maybe there was something wrong with it, and maybe they didn't disclose it. I don't know. I'm getting all this weird stuff. So that could be possible here. For others, I feel like you are kind of letting things go with this Ten of Wands, so I feel like you're releasing burdens during this retrograde. I feel like it could be a pretty relaxing retrograde for you, actually, Virgo. You could be feeling like a lightening of the energy. Again, you are the opposite sign of Pisces, and I kind of feel something kind of similar. Not exactly the same, but I do feel like a kind of similar energy for Pisces. So it's almost like you're releasing things during this retrograde with these two cards. The Justice card, this could be you also getting more efficient. I always say Ten of Wands, it is a card of releasing burdens, but sometimes with the Ten of Wands, we don't put down all those wands. We still all have things we have to be responsible for, but this could just say that you are deciding, you are picking and choosing what your responsibilities are going to be. And the Justice card is saying you're making better use of your energy by putting it into things that return energy to you. So that's what I feel there. Your challenge for this retrograde is the Four of Cups and the Strength card. Yeah, apathy with the Four of Cups, like, you could be feeling a general lack of energy and a general lack of care for things in your life with the Four Cups. The Strength card is also patience as well. I do feel like it would be actually a good time for you to not care. So I feel like, even though this is coming up as a challenge, I feel like it would be a good time for you to just kind of like embrace and just embrace nothingness. I feel like it would be a good time for you to embrace like a lack of forward movement. And I feel like it would be a good time for you to like take some meditation time, some like chill out time. All those things I feel like would be very beneficial for you. For others, you could be like struggling in love with the Four Cups, and the Strength card I feel like is saying, that you could be lacking the strength to kind of like handle your love life or handle things in your love life. And it, really, there's not much you can do about that. For others, I just get like more of a restless type of energy off of these cards, and that's what's popping into my head. So I feel like some of you could be feeling a little bit restless at this time. Your solution is the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. Yeah, to take some sort of risk. I've been saying it to you forever, Virgo. I feel like there are like risks that you have to take. These are not like big, huge, crazy, outrageous, uneducated risks. These are like educated risks that you're taking, but I feel like there will be a big payoff. Six of Pentacles just says work on something. I feel like if you're feeling like a restless energy, or if you're feeling like a lack of forward movement, Six of Pentacles just says find something to work towards. I don't care what it could be a puzzle. I don't care what it is. Maybe you need to get a big ass puzzle for your coffee table or something like that. As long as you're working towards something, completing something. I feel like feeling that forward movement will be one of those things that, even if it's just as silly as a puzzle, I feel like just feeling like you're completing something will be very beneficial for you with these two cards. For others, again, kind of like I said, I kind of got this like feeling of more like needing to meditate or needing to take some meditation time here, Virgo. So I feel like with that Five of Swords, it is a card of self-interest, but it is a card that is saying, because it's coming up as a solution card, I feel like it is saying that, kind of like taking care of yourself and being more focused on yourself during this retrograde would probably be a good idea, not like worrying about other people. So I feel like you need to take care of yourself with these two cards. But Virgo, that looks pretty good. So thank you, Virgo. All right, Leo, let's see what we have for you, Leo people. And Leo, what is going on for you? Leo, you have the Seven of Cups here and the Three of Swords. So this is your overall energy. I feel like confusion. Typical retrograde right here, Leo. Seven of Cups, confusion. Focusing on too many different things. Three of Swords says confusion will lead to heartbreak or just sadness or a separation. So I feel like a lot of you need to focus. I feel like for the most part, just keep doing whatever it is you're doing right now. Even in your challenge position, Leo, you have the Knight of Wands. This would tell me that your challenge is to just stay the course no matter what is going on in your life. So I feel like for a lot of you, you just need to keep doing whatever it is you're doing right now before the retrograde and just keep working. No matter, like I feel like it would be a good time to almost ignore results. I know that sounds crazy, but like maybe you're like working on a business, maybe you're not seeing results. I would just say this month, just like, you know, the whole retrograde, I would just ignore results, keep doing what you're doing. I feel like you need to stay the course with these cards. I feel like there could be distractions and little things that seem important that pop up in your life, but I feel like when you really look into them after the retrograde, you'll be like, that was not important at all. So I'd say be careful of like wasting your time on things in your life that pop up that just aren't important. And I feel like you just need to keep doing what you're doing right now. It's actually not that bad of a reading, Leo. I feel like if you do that, you will be very successful. It's a pretty like straightforward kind of just single message here. I almost feel like I'm reading for Sagittarius. So it feels very kind of like straightforward to me here, Leo, but stay focused. Your challenge is the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups here. So for some of you, I feel like the challenge could be like feeling a nurturing energy or feeling like you are being more nurtured with the Queen of Cups. This is pretty simple for you, Leo. I'd say if you're feeling a lack of that nurturing energy and love, the Queen of Cups just says ask, you know, so if you have a partner, ask them for more love or more nurturing, whatever it is that you need, or time, whatever the case may be. The Knight of Wands, I feel like for whatever reason, I feel like he's on just a straightforward kind of like course. I feel like he's moving in one direction here. And I feel like it's saying that your challenge is like staying on your path. I don't think you'll, like to me, as I always say, people always say, like, am I on the right path? I'm like, well, if you're alive, you're on the right path, plain and simple, right? So I feel like for a lot of you, this is saying that you are on the right path, but, you know, I feel like it's also saying, like, don't get distracted by that Seven of Cups, by things that just, you know, could seem important but aren't. That's what's popping to mind. Like, I feel like there could just be situations that pop up that seem important, but they're just not important. So I feel like you need to make sure, like, certain things that you could be worried about or whatever, I feel like you need to make sure that they're actually important with these cards. And finally, your solution is the Four of Swords and the Temperance card. I feel like some of you need to be patient. I feel like some of you need to meditate, and I feel like some of you need to recover as well. So it might be it might be a good retrograde for you to just like chill out, take some time for yourself. It might be good for meditation time, relaxation time, just doing things for you here, Leo. And I feel like that's what you need to do. But Leo, that looks pretty good. So thank you, Leo. Really appreciate it. And Cancer, I'm going to get a new deck for you. So hold on one second here, Cancer. Cancer, as always, this is already a shuffled deck, but that's okay. So let's see what we have for you, Cancer. All right, Cancer. And Cancer. Cancer, you have the Seven of Wands coming up first here and the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like for some of you need to open up to teamwork. This has come up for you a lot. I think it came up in your weekly readings as well. So I feel like for some of you, this is saying you need to open up to like working on a team with other people. I feel like teamwork could lead to a lot of success for you here, Cancer. So I would, in work, in business, I would open up to working on a team. I also feel like this is saying like make sure to pay attention to the quality of the work that you're doing. I always say, to me, Three of Pentacles represents quality work. It represents paying attention to the quality of the work that you're doing as well. It basically says quality work will lead to more success. So I feel like some of you just need to focus on quality here. Even if you don't have a job, I feel like we are always working on something, right? So I feel like you need to focus on quality, not necessarily quantity with these cards during the retrograde. For others, I feel like this is, again, I feel like it's just saying don't be defensive. I feel like it's saying like open up to other people in life in general. Next, in your challenge position, you have the King of Wands and the Moon. Yeah, seeing things clearly, basically here, Cancer. To me, the King of Wands in a challenge position can represent having your head in the clouds, basically just not seeing things clearly in certain areas of your life. And the Moon, not seeing things clearly. So I feel like this is saying like you need to trust your intuition this month. Maybe you need to slow things down during the retrograde. And I feel like doing that would be a good idea. I also feel like this could be like boldly going towards your fears. The King of Wands in the challenge position with the Moon could say that you are not facing fears or you are not facing things that maybe are holding you back. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is saying like face your fears, that will lead to more success, or face your fears because, again, you will be more successful if you do that with these two cards. For others, I feel like it's just saying like don't buy into illusions. I would be careful of like get rich quick schemes or anything that seems too good to be true with these two cards here, Cancer. And finally, you have the Two of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles in your solution position. So 2 signs have had the Two of Swords in their solution position, which is pretty crazy. So I feel like for a lot of you, there could be like a new change or a new idea that leads to a new job or a different job with this Ten of Pentacles. Could be like work or business related. I feel like if you're making changes in those areas of the life, this will be very good for you. For others, I just feel like some sort of agreement with someone. Like I feel like for some of you, it's like you could be making an agreement with a person or people in your life, and that could lead to a lot of happiness. And I do feel like almost like an apology. It doesn't feel like an ex to me here, Cancer. This to me feels like more like a past friend or an acquaintance or a family member. So I feel like for a lot of you, it's like you could be kind of like healing up from something like that with these 2 cards. For others, I just feel moving, which is pretty weird. Ten of Pentacles I do consider to be kind of a moving card. I do feel like sometimes it can just represent a move or traveling. So I feel like for some of you, this could say that you're like moving or traveling with these 2 cards. And I feel like that would be a good idea for you as well. But that's what I got for you, Cancer. So thank you, Cancer. All right, Gemini. Let's see what we have for you, Gemini people. And Gemini. All right. And Gemini. Here we go. Gemini, you have the 8 of Pentacles here and the Page of Swords. So I feel like for some of you, this is you taking a closer look at your finances. I feel like it would be a good time for you to do that with these 2 cards. So, to me, the Page of Swords is curiosity. 8 of Pentacles is kind of like a very particular card. It's kind of like the small details. So I feel like for some of you, you need to pay attention to the small like details in your finances. Not a good message, not a good message. It's just like, it just is. I feel like it would be a good time for you to go over your finances. The good news is with this, 8 of Pentacles to me represents material success on the horizon. The Page of Swords just says like, if you do your research, if you learn something new about your finances or learn something new to do with your finances, there could be like more money coming in. You could make more money because of doing that. So basically do your research with these 2 cards financially. There could be more money with that 8 of Pentacles. Next, you have the 7 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune in your challenge position. So for some of you, again, be careful of like illusions, fantasies, things that seem too good to be true with the 7 of Cups here. The Wheel of Fortune just says, be careful of things that are repeating, basically. So I would be careful of any exes coming back here, Gemini, for sure. For others, this could just say, like, again, if you fell into a trap in the past, chances are that if you see something similar today, it's probably a trap, right? So it kind of just says, I feel like this is saying that it's a challenge, but I feel like you need to make sure to pay attention to the past. I feel like you need to make sure to pay attention to maybe traps or difficulties or challenges that you fell into in the past. And I feel like you need to make sure not to fall into those things again with these 2 cards. I also feel for others, it says like, don't lose focus of your path. The Wheel of Fortune is your destiny, and the 7 of Cups can represent things that get us off our path. So I feel like some of you just, again, kind of like I said to Leo, I feel like you need to keep moving forward with these 2 cards and like not get off your path. And finally, you have the King of Cups and the Death card. For some of you, I feel like this could be love coming in for you. This is coming up in your solution position, by the way. So I feel like for a lot of you, there's like a lot of good energy. King of Cups, stable emotions, feeling really good. Death card, going through a transformation. So I feel like for some of you, Gemini people, this says you could be realizing that you are going through a transformation at this time, and you're just kind of like going with it. You're just kind of going with the flow here, which I feel like is good. For others, this could be like moving or moving on from something as well. So I almost feel like saying this could be a very healing Mercury retrograde for you, where you move on or move past certain things that have been kind of like holding you back. So I do feel like a lot of you could be moving on or moving past challenging energies here with these 2 cards. I also feel like you'll feel very like nurtured and cared for at this time with the King of Cups. But that's all I get for you there, Gemini. So kind of a short message, but that's that. So thank you, Gemini. All right, Taurus. Let's see what we get for you, Taurus people, and Taurus. All right. Taurus, you have the 2 of Cups here and the Magician. I feel like you can have whatever you want here, Taurus, during this retrograde. So I feel like this could be love coming into your life here, new love coming in. The Magician says use all your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities to attract whatever it is you want into your life. I also feel like this could be new options coming in for you here, Taurus. So I feel like there could be like new opportunities in your life coming in. And I feel like it could lead to a lot of success for you. So I feel like you need to accept new beginnings. The Magician says there needs to be a new beginning. There needs to be something new in your life. So I feel like you need to like move towards new things. The Lovers to me is, again, a new choice. So I feel like there could be new choices popping up in all areas of your life here, Taurus, and I feel like they could be very positive for you. For others, I feel like you just need to manifest during this time. I feel like you need to keep it positive and manifest the things you want. Next, in your challenge position, you have the Tower and the Knight of Swords. So again, moving on from something could be a challenge. The Tower says something needs to collapse, something needs to fall in your life. The Knight of Swords, again, can be kind of like a card of moving on or moving past something. So I feel like for some of you, that's what you need to do. The Knight of Swords could also represent some sort of change that you need to make. The Tower would be a change as well. So I feel like for some of you, this is like about needing to embrace some sort of shakeup in your life or needing to embrace some sort of change. But that could be a challenge for some of you. For others, this could be like someone having lied to you in the past. So I feel like for some of you, you could be realizing that somebody was a liar, a cheater, a stealer, and it's like you could be finding that out now, and that could lead to a Tower moment. So that's really all I feel there for you, Taurus. And finally, you have the Queen of Cups and the Six of Wands as your solution. Queen of Cups is a change in direction of love. So I do feel like this, I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like for some of you, this could be a breakup. I feel like for some of you, you kind of like see it coming though. I feel like you're not surprised. For others, this would be you moving towards victory and you moving to a more like caring, nurturing energy. So I feel like there's more like happiness coming in for you here with these two cards. I also feel like this could be communication coming in for you. Like, I feel like this could be good news that you're getting here, Taurus, and I feel like this could be something that makes you feel really good as well. So I do feel like I said, I just feel good news for you here, Taurus, and like kind of like good stuff coming in. So I really like that a lot for you, Taurus. For others, I feel like it could be a very creative time for you. So I would take advantage of creative energy as well. But thank you, Taurus. All right, Aries. Let's see what we have for you, Aries people. And Aries, here we go. Aries. Aries, you have the Eight of Wands and the Temperance card. I feel like for some of you, you need to be patient at this time. But I do feel like this could be coming in. This could be communication coming in. And I feel like it could be positive for you as well. For some of you, I feel like you're like wanting more fulfillment in your life, and I feel like you could be having a lot of ideas on how to like create more fulfillment or more enjoyment in your life. It does look like that you probably won't be receiving this fulfillment or really truly feeling it until after the retrograde with these cards. So just know that. But I feel like the good news is like I'm getting that. I feel like a lot of you could be doing a lot of like the inner work during this retrograde, or you could be going over things in your head during this retrograde that eventually leads to like more success, more happiness, whatever it is that you desire. For others, I feel like this is you kind of like hitting a bullseye with the Eight of Wands. So I feel like you're kind of like hitting something dead on. And so I feel like a lot of you could be very accurate at this time with, whatever it is you're doing. And I feel like that will be good for you as well. Next, you have the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is coming up in your challenge position. I feel like, again, finding happiness, finding fulfillment could be a challenge during this retrograde. Ace of Pentacles says like there are opportunities all around you, but getting started with these opportunities could be a little bit of a challenge with the Ace of Pentacles coming up in the challenge position. For others, it could just say that like finding a good offer for something could be a challenge. So it's like maybe you're looking for a job, and this could say that finding the job could be a challenge. Or maybe you've been struggling to find a job that is actually suitable for you or that's fulfilling. And this could say that you are having a challenge with that. For others, this could be like love. So again, some of you could be like walking away from love, or you could be deciding that you want more fulfillment in love, but it could be a challenge finding it here. Your solution is the Three of Swords and the Empress. I feel like you need to realize that you're very attractive at this time, Aries. Three of Swords coming up in the solution position is going to be much more positive than it would be in another position. So it could just say you're separating away from things that no longer serve you and you're moving on to like bigger and better things. I also feel like this could just say that there's more like of a healing energy coming in for you here, Aries, with the Empress card, or you're kind of like coming out of the cold. So I feel like some of you are almost like entering into spring. I feel like a lot of you could be letting go of like rock bottom moments as well. I almost get fortune after difficulty here, but not quite. So I feel like for some of you, there's just like more, I think there's just more like better opportunity after this retrograde. But it's like, I think through deciding to move on from things that no longer serve you during the retrograde. So I would say do that inner work. And with the 8 of Cups, it says like decide what makes sense to you, decide what serves you in life, and move towards those things after the retrograde and get rid of everything else that doesn't serve you here, Aries. And so, yeah, pretty simple message there, Aries. But thank you, Aries. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. We are going to do a pick a card now for the Mercury retrograde, and we are going to do 1, 2, and 3. So that's what we're going to do, 1, 2, and 3 for the Mercury retrograde. And let's see what we have for everybody. All right, 1, 2, and 3 people. And all right. Elizabeth, thank you for the kind words. Really appreciate it. 2 more shuffles here. We're close. We're close. And 2. All right. 1, 2, and 3. All right. If you pick card number 1, you have the 7 of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like for some of you, this could be a knight in shining armor type person coming in for love. It could be a water sign. Doesn't have to be. Could be any sign. I feel like you need to get over your fears around this person. For some of you, I feel like you could be with this person. For others, I feel like you're not. I feel like it's someone new, but I feel like you could have fears of the past that you need to let go of. For others, this is about like needing to face your fears to live a dream life. So I feel like for some of you, it's like your dream life is right around the corner, but I feel like you need to like face fears to have it with these 2 cards. So I feel like it's time to like face your fears here, card number 1, to get something you want. If you pick card number 2, you have the 5 of Cups here and the Justice card. I feel like for some of you, like there's balance coming in after regrets or a loss. So I feel like some of you could be finding more balance after maybe like a breakup or a separation. For others, I feel like this is saying that you're finding where you need to put your energy. I've been delivering this message forever. So I feel like a lot of people are doing this. Saturn and Capricorn. Saturn and Capricorn wants things to be more simple. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is you just like simplifying your life, making your life more happy, basically, or just easier in a lot of ways. And finally here, if you pick card number 3, you have the World and the 9 of Pentacles. Really nice. I feel like a lot of you could be stepping up into a position of like luxury, where you have more luxuries in your life. The World would say like you're reaching goals, and you could be even getting recognition at this time as well with the World. I feel like for a lot of you, you're kind of like able to better take care of yourself, or at least you feel like you're better able to take care of yourself with these 2 cards. So that's what I got for you. Looks really good. So thank you everybody again for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm going to answer questions now. Of course, super chats will get preference, but I will try to answer as many people as I possibly can. So let me figure out where I was. Ursula, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I think I answered you, Ursula. Yes, I did. Veronica, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, thoughts on Greg? It's complicated. Veronica, I feel like you need to take the lead in this situation. So for this to work out, the 2 wands would just say you would have to take the lead in this situation, if that makes sense. So I feel like you need to take the lead. Yeah, King of Wands, a little bit confused. That's probably why you'd have to take the lead, is what I'd say there. Griselda, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, job and career card, please, and thank you. Griselda, you have the Tower and the 4 Swords, like needing to take a step back from things maybe at this time. I don't think this is a Tower moment or anything like that coming in because of the 4 Swords. This would say you're like healing or recovering from a Tower moment or from the fear of loss or something like that. So I feel like you're going through healing. Might be time for a vacation though. Griselda, again, thank you for the super chat. You say, love card 2. You have the Page of Wands. Could be a fire sign coming in for you. I feel like there's someone coming in who's like very passionate about you, Griselda. Somebody who really wants to be with you, basically. So I like that. Rose, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Am I required to be single for a long time? Nope, is what I'd say to you. To me, we can have love whenever we want. So there is no time. Like people always ask me this question, and I don't mean that like there is no time. I mean that like there is, like we don't have to be single for any amount of time if we don't want to. We could easily have love. So I feel like you need to get out there. Knight of Pentacles, slow movement, but I feel like there could be love coming in. Could be an earth sign coming in for you there. So I would get out there. Yeah, I feel like you feel left out in the cold, but I would just get out there is what I would say to you. Minnow Amanda, thank you so much for the super chat. You say, thank you, I've been struggling to release energies that aren't mine today. A card for the rest of the weekend. You have the Knight of Swords charging forward. Yeah, and Eight of Pentacles, focusing on work, working towards things you want. Material success on the horizon, Amanda. So I love that. And you also say a card for your Pisces, Wheel of Fortune. Turnaround, luck, happiness, good things coming in this for your Pisces. The Star, a wish. So fulfillment, I like that. So that's good. King of Pentacles, permanence. I like that too. Four Wands, marriage. I can keep going all day long here, Amanda. So there you go. That looks good. I like that. Stacy, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, I'm opening a business soon. What do I need to know? Nine of Cups, that you will be totally fulfilled in this business. Nine of Cups, a wish, happiness, really good things. Nine of Wands says experiment. So Stacy, really good card. Nine of Wands is the card that says don't give up. But to me, the Nine of Wands is the card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So it basically just says experiment as much as you possibly can in the business to find what works and what doesn't work, and you'll be very successful. So I love this. Looks really good. Janny, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. When will David Capricorn travel towards me? Three Wands. Three Wands is like you waiting. It's like, or him waiting for the perfect moment. I feel like he will, but in the future. Janie, I always say, I can't tell you when it's going to happen. I don't trust any psychic that claims they can tell time for the most part. I feel like there maybe are a few that can do it. But again, I feel like it's a very rare skill. And on top of that, things happen when they're supposed to happen. But I do feel like you will in the future. David, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. What blessings coming in 2020? David, you have the King of Swords. This would be like mastery or mastery over a craft. So I feel like you could be like mastering something, or this could be you kind of like gaining mastery over like a craft or something that you are good at, basically. Yeah, the Emperor, more structure coming into your life. Things being more even is what I'd say to you. Yanni, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You have the Queen of Wands. Feel like you're very attractive at this time. Two of Cups, love coming in for you, Yanni. So I would get out there with these two cards. That looks really good, Yanni. Nancy Gemini, thank you for the super chat. Nancy Gemini, if you have a question, pop it in down below. I'll be happy to answer it. Raymond Torres, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Card for me for the week. You have the Ace of Wands. Moving towards desire. I feel like you need to do more things that make you happy, basically, here, Raymond. So that's what I would do for you right here. Psychic Gem, thank you for the super chat. Any more overseas travel for me a few months' time? I would say, yeah, I feel like you have the choice if you want to or not. Page of Pentacles says you will have the money, and the Two of Pentacles says you have the choice. So that's what I would say to you. The Two of Pentacles says you have the choice on whether or not you want to do this. So, yes. Minnow Amanda, thank you again for the super chat. You say, paying it forward to Trivia Luna. Trivia Luna, if you have a question, pop it in down below. I will be happy to answer it for sure. Fallon, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, should I go to the event Wednesday or no? I would say yes. Three of Cups, yes. So, yes. Ten of Wands, releasing a burden. So, yes, is what I'd say there. Barb Forbes, thank you for the super chat. You say, VTech, you know, Florida buying benches for me soon. I would say yes. Queen of Pentacles, more resources. Ace of Swords, a victory. So, yes, is what I'd say to you there. No doubt about it. Trivia Luna, put your question in down below if you have a question, or let me know. Jan Drake, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, a card for Annette. Annette, you have the Eight of Wands, so quick movement forward. I feel like this is also good news coming in for you, Annette, for sure. Yeah, something you've been waiting for, is what I'd say there. Who was this? Nancy Gemini, you have to type your question in down below. I will be happy to answer it. I don't know. Nancy Gemini, you say here, thank you again. You say, are my Cancer and I destined to be together happily in harmony, or is he full of shit? You have the Chariot, Cancer, and the Sun. So I would say yes. The Sun is a card of happiness. It's the best card in the deck. Chariot, Cancer. But also, this is a card that says you are in control of this victory. So it says, like, take control of the situation. But the Sun, the best card in the deck. Judgment, happiness, your true path. So, yes, I feel like you are. For sure. Alright. Did Trivia Luna ever pop her question in? Anybody? Because I can't see it. Alright, whatever. Carol, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, I've had patience but can't see change. The Magician. The Magician is about law of attraction. Law of attraction says that we can be patient, but we just have it's about having faith. We need to trust that the changes are taking place. If you're thinking about the changes and then you're saying, I'm not seeing the changes, then you're focusing on not seeing the changes. So then there will be no change. So I feel like you need to just focus on the changes, keep working. This card says act as if the changes have already happened. If you do that, you will be very successful. Minnow Amanda, thank you again for the super chat for Trivia Luna. Trivia Luna, you have the Four of Cups here and the Hierophant. I feel like you're thinking too inside the box, so I feel like you need to like open up to other ways of doing things in your life is what I'd say to you. Yeah, Five of Swords. Five of Swords says like take some sort of risk. So I feel like you need to take a risk at this time. Ace of Cups. Your emotions overflowing, a lot of happiness. But I feel like you need to like look for other ways of doing things with that Hierophant card. So that's what I would say to you. But thank you. Raymond, thank you for the super chat. You say here, love card for the week. Going out with an old friend. 6 of Wands, success. This card says good news as well. 10 of Cups, dating. So I would go out, date, have a good time. This is a card of fortune after difficulty. So Raymond, that looks really good for you. Val A, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Is there something else I need to do to sell this house I'm trying to sell? Ace of Pentacles, no. I feel like it'll sell. 8 of Cups is like feeling like you're walking away, so it could represent lowering the price, but I would say no. I feel like Ace of Pentacles is such a good card. It says you will get a good offer, is what I would say to you. If I was being super picky, Hermit would say, like, Hermit would be like going inside and really looking for things in this situation, so it would be like looking at the details and things like that. So I feel like you need to kind of like look at the, look very deep at the house and see if there are any changes that need to be made. But overall, I feel like this is very positive, is what I'd say there. I answered Trivia Luna. All right, Lamar, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will I pass the F80 exam for better employment? I would say yes. 8 of Swords says you're like feeling trapped by this situation, but 10 of Pentacles would say yes. 10 of Pentacles is a really good card, so I would say yes, even with that 8 of Swords. Maybe you've been feeling like this is kind of like a trap for you, if that makes sense, but I would say yes. All right, I think I'm all caught up here, so if I will stick around for a little while longer and answer a few more questions. So feel free to pop your question in down below, and I will answer them. Let's see. Chicana, I hope I would say be patient at this time. I would say no, though. Chicana, I would say no. I don't think they're going to necessarily. I feel like you need to let this go. 4 of Pentacles, holding on too tightly to something that you need to let go of. Carrie Kennedy, very straightforward week for you. I feel like you need to trust your intuition. Svetlana, is he going to reach out too soon? I would say yes. So I would say yes to you for sure. So yes. Elizabeth Gonzalez says, check PayPal gladly. Elizabeth Gonzalez, collective. We're gonna do a collective right now for everyone here in the collective. So let's see here. 48. For everyone here in the collective, we have the Death card and the Ten of Swords. I feel like everybody needs to let their past life die. Ten of Swords is like staying, not realizing that you are dead. Not realizing that something is dead, done, and over with. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is you needing to move past something from the past, or needing to move past something that has been holding you back. So I feel like you need to move past something here for everyone here in the collective. Next, everyone here in the collective, look at this. Moving past it. This is you coming out of the cold. Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores. The Empress is a card of like going from winter to spring. So I feel like a lot of you could be like moving on to something that is like much bigger and better for you. So I feel like there's a lot of good stuff coming in for you here with these two cards, and a lot of abundance as well. So I feel like everybody here in the collective is moving towards abundance and success. And finally, you have the Knight of Wands and the Lovers. I feel like a lot of you could be moving towards very passionate love here as well if you're looking for love. Could be a fire sign, could be any sign. This could just be saying there's a lot of passion there. I feel like for others, this is you moving towards your passions. And like I've been saying it all year, I feel like everybody needs to move towards their passions. I feel like that's where the money and the success is for pretty much everyone, is like passions, passion projects, things that you're passionate about, pretty much everything. So I feel like everybody needs to do that with these two cards. Move towards passions and things they're passionate about in life in general. Yeah, I feel like everybody needs to be more curious as well. Like anything that makes you curious, move towards it with these cards. So that's what I'd say there. Raymond, I did answer your last super chat. So that's that. Annette, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Cards for Mark. Mark has the Six of Pentacles and the Fool. I feel like Mark needs to take a leap of faith towards something. But I don't know, Six of Pentacles, planting seeds. So I feel like whatever Mark is working on is going to start growing. So I love that for you, Mark. Warda, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, will me and Leo guy relationship work? I would say no. I feel like somebody is being too defensive in this situation. So I feel like this is saying if you want it to work, somebody has to open up in this situation. Could be you, could be them. And you can't force someone to open up. So that's what I'd say there. Emmy, thank you for the super chat. Does the Sagittarius I'm seeing want to be in a committed relationship with me? The Moon, the Five of Wands, I would say no, if I'm being honest. The Moon is like fears or worries. The Five of Wands is a card of competition or someone not willing to be flexible in the situation. Yeah, a lot of fears or worries here, so I would say no, is what I'd say there, if I'm being honest. Kerr11, thank you for the super chat. Need water. I do, probably. Trying to find my way to tarot my retirement. Card for the right track. Seven of Pentacles, growth. Definitely. Seven of Cups, internal fears that don't exist. So let go of your fears here. But the Seven of Pentacles just says put the work in. Seven of Cups says stay focused on what you want. Three of Pentacles, putting the work in. It's also a card of teamwork. It says like people could help you. But it's also a card of like focusing on quality work. So that's what I would say here. I would just say focus on the quality of the work you're doing. I think you'll be very successful. Queen of Cups, changing direction, doing something you love. Six of Cups, happiness. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of happiness and good things coming in for you here, Kerr. That looks amazing, is what I'd say to you. Yeah, definitely. Let go of the worries and the fears and the doubts is what I'm going to say to you. All right, I will take like one more question here, or like maybe a couple more. But let me just get a new deck here, and we will get started again. Cynthia, thank you for the super chat. Cynthia, if you have a question, pop it in down below. I will be happy to answer it, Cynthia. But let's see. And Barb, thank you for the kind words. Really appreciate it. Karen, thank you for the super chat. Will my marriage survive my new path in life? Page of Pentacles, King of Wands. If you wanted to, I would say yes, is what I would say to you, unless it's holding you back. So I'd say if your marriage is an anchor, then no. But if you put the work in, then yes. And hi, my name is Teresa. Can I please have a card for the week? You have the King of Cups. I feel like a very emotionally stable week for you, so I feel like it'll be pretty good. Cynthia, yes. Cynthia, you have the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you're being too cautious at this time, Cynthia. Two of Pentacles says you need to pick the new path with the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like you need to pick a new path, start something new. The Knight of Pentacles is like a card of needing to work hard towards something. So I feel like you need to work towards something. Yeah, the world. I feel like you need to open up to like more opportunity. And this is a card of like reaching goals though, Cynthia. So I feel like things will be going really well for you here, Cynthia. So I like that. That looks good. All right, everybody. I'm going to cut this off here. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. I will, of course, be back tomorrow night at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I think I'm going to do... I could do Chris's Crappy Astrology. So I probably will. And I'll probably also just do a regular daily at the same time. So I'll probably do both. But thank you, everybody, for being here. And have a good night.